Driving outside city limits. When you intend to drive for a long distance outside city, you will drive on highway and motorway. The points given below are to be considered before and during the journey till you reach your destination. Speed limits. Speed blindness. Tunnel vision. Safety distance. Entering and exiting highways. Overtaking. Dirt roads and off-roads. Safety check before traveling. You should make a systematic check before traveling by memorizing the acronym POWER. P for petrol, O for oil, W for water, E for electric and R for rubber. Consider other factors that could affect your journey. Things to consider whenever driving outside city limits. Speed limits. Adapting your speed. Speed blindness. Tunnel vision. Road markings. Positioning. Bends. 3 seconds rule. Speed limits. Some roads in UAE have 160 km per hour speed limit. The maximum speed limit is 140 km per hour, but on some roads the speed limit could be 160, so follow the speed limit signs. You must adapt your speed according to the state of the traffic, the weather, the visibility, the weight of your load, the condition of the road and your vehicle, your abilities. Hidden dangers. You should be able to avoid dangers on the road whether potential or real. Driver's limitations. Do not overestimate your driving abilities. Keep your car in control at all times. The vehicle. If you borrow a vehicle, you will be unfamiliar with it, so drive with more concentration. The road. Adapt your speed according to the condition of the road. On gravel roads, braking distance is much longer than on asphalt roads. If you drive on wet asphalt road, reduce your speed. Speed blindness. While driving inside cities you won't be able to drive in a constant speed, but being outside cities as there are no obstacles to affect your vehicle speed, you mostly drive in a constant speed. As you drive on, you get used to the high speed, and, at times, you may drive faster unwittingly, or when you need to slow down you apply the brake. The speed seems to be reduced enough, but when you look at the speed meter it shows a higher speed than what you imagined. These conditions are known as speed blindness. To avoid speed blindness, the driver should keep on checking the speed meter. Tunnel vision. By focusing at one spot for more than few minutes, the central visual field starts to get narrow, and you see the things in a small portion. It is known as tunnel vision. The faster you drive, the farther on the road you will have to focus in order to react on time, which eventually causes tunnel vision. To avoid tunnel vision, adapt a safe speed and keep on shifting your gaze for checking the surroundings. Road markings. This is very important for the drivers to know about the road markings and their meaning. A solid continuous line stands for prohibition. How to deal with bends. Bends could be single, double or series of bends. The traffic signs warn you well in advance of the bends ahead. While dealing with the bends, the centrifugal force may throw your car out of the bend, so always reduce your speed before approaching the bends. How to deal with bends. The driver should judge the sharpness of the bends and adjust the speed and position accordingly. The correct speed would depend on sharpness of the bend and other traffic. The secret of dealing with a bend is to make sure the speed is appropriate before approaching the bend. Too much acceleration can cause the vehicles to skid or lose their grip. In two-way traffic, if the bend is towards left, the position of the vehicle has to be towards right. In two-way traffic, if the bend is towards right, the position of the vehicle has to be in the center of the lane. 3 seconds rule. To avoid hitting vehicle from behind, the driver needs to have sufficient time to react and avoid the collision. 3-second distance is sufficient for this purpose. In order to follow 3 seconds rule, pick any object on the roadside as a reference point. Let the leading car gets parallel to the selected object. From that moment, count as 1001, 1002 and 1003. If your car has not passed the selected object before you finish counting, you have safe distance. If your car has passed it before completing the counting, you need to increase the distance. It is an easy way to maintain safe distance from the vehicle in front of you on a main road. Roadworks. Be considerate to road workers. Steps of changing lanes. While changing lane toward right side or left side according to your plan, you have to adjust the speed by deceleration or acceleration according to the situation. Scan the environment carefully. Check the area you could not see in the mirrors, blind spot, by shoulder checking. Indicate well in time. Move smoothly to next lanes, never jump in other lanes. Overtaking. While overtaking another vehicle, you have to scan as you do for lane changing as follows. Check the center view mirror. Check the side mirror. Look over your shoulder. Turn on left indicator. Check again the center view mirror, and then start moving to the left lane smoothly. Once you have overtaken a vehicle, you have to get back to your right lane as the overtaken vehicle appears in your center view mirror. Remember, overtaking is only allowed from left side. Estimating the meeting point when overtaking. To consider while overtaking. The distance between you and the oncoming vehicle. The speed of the oncoming vehicle. The distance required to overtake the vehicle ahead of you. The point where you will meet the oncoming vehicle. Whether you will be able to overtake the vehicle ahead in good time, before meeting the oncoming vehicle. Overtaking distance. Never overtake a heavy vehicle being too close, as your view will be blocked ahead. Reduce your speed to increase the gap between you and the heavy vehicle ahead. Move gradually towards the center line. If there is no bend and no any oncoming vehicle ahead, then you may start overtaking. Overtaking rules on the main road. A general rule for not overtaking is that, if you have doubt, do not overtake. Using laybys, stopping and parking. Stop and park at the properly indicated places such as parking areas, laybys, or any rest area. Parking on a primary road outside built-up areas is prohibited. While moving out from laybys or parking, scan well and indicate. Driving on a motorway. The minimum speed on highways is 60 km per hour. Driving on a motorway. Maintain lane discipline. Be aware of relative speeds of vehicles around you. On a 2 or 3 lane road, drive in the rightmost lane. Watch out for other drivers changing lanes. Driving on a motorway. The minimum speed on motorways is 60 km per hour. While joining a motorway from a slip road, consider the following. Adapt your speed according to motorway road users. Avoid stopping at the end of the slip road. Give way to the vehicles on motorway. Do not cut sharp to join the motorway. Leaving a motorway. Take the correct position in lane and time. Watch your speed while exiting because there may be a sharp turn. Use the slip road to slow down your speed. Skidding. If you are involved in skidding, release the accelerator. Release the brake. Steer your car to the same direction of the skid. Let the wheels rotate on the road as it regains some of their grip back. Dirt road driving and off-road driving. While driving off-roads, 4 wheels drive should be used. Drive slowly and never overtake when it is dusty. You should attend one of the designated courses to help you on your way.